Good morning, good morning, good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. How are you? Come on. You know our ritual. It's a great, amazing, powerful ritual. And that's simply inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale. Now, I have you do that because I want you to keep doing that on a regular basis. And remember, that's the gift that we have every single moment of every day. In the midst of all the other things that may be bombarding you, you've got breath. As long as you have breath, you can make things happen. Hi, how are you? Janine Macklin here, transformational speaker, your wealth guide and catalyst, really on a mission to empower women to change their relationship with money. More so than ever, ladies, to really look at the relationship you have with money. Good morning, Kat. How you're using your money, how you think about money, how you feel about money. I need you to have money in your banks, in your savings. I need for you to have that more than the clothes you buy and those shoes and all that makeup and stuff so that you feel financially confident. But I started here last March thinking it wasn't going to last that long, and here it is now, August, simply shifting some of that focus to empowering you, encouraging you on this journey, because it is a journey that I've defined and asked you to define it as a transformational journey, an evolutionary journey. I just think, now I want to say it's unprecedented, but not the way they're saying it. I want to say it's unprecedented because there's not been a time on the planet where we have come together the way and the likes that we are and we have. That's the piece I want to grab onto. That's what I want to focus on. So I wanted to hop on for just a moment today because I wanted to remind you, if you hear yourself saying certain things or thinking certain things, you really want to ask yourself, why are you thinking what's it supposed to be, or what is that you think it's supposed to be? Because it's not supposed to be anything that we think it's supposed to be. See, remember, we always play small. We say, to the universe, I need enough money for my rent for the month, as opposed to I need enough money for my rent for the year. So we play small. So things have to come to wake us up, to shift us, so we play bigger. And that's what this is about, is how big are you willing to play in your own life, shade, in your affairs, in your experience, in your life. And that's what this is about. We've been asleep at the wheel. We were cruising, chilling, hanging out, just figuring, oh, well, America's going to be America. And then I would say Barack disrupted that. So we put him in office 4 years and we thought, shoot, let's just do it again. So quite frankly, we started what's going on in the world right now. See, if we hadn't put Barack in there, things would have just stayed like this. But no, we want to put Barack in there and shift things around. Well, things have been shifting ever since. So Barack is in there for 4 years. He's out in another 4 years. And then what happens? Doggone it, Hillary pisses him off and then Trump comes in. But it's all to keep us awake. Who has kept us more awake on this journey than the person who's in the leadership role that's leading different than anybody else? Who else has kept us more awake? So when you think of what it's supposed to be, you have to really think about what keeps us awake, what keeps us growing, what keeps us striving. I realized I didn't have my earbuds on, but I guess you can hear me. I'm so used to wearing earbuds. It's like, oh my God, but we can talk. What keeps us striving? What keeps us awake? What keeps us looking for our highest version of ourselves and to try and bring that to the planet? And before this happened, we were just kind of living on automatic pilot. I know you don't want to hear that, and I know for some of you, like, that's cool, Janine. I didn't mind living on automatic pilot. But listen, in our uncomfortableness, that's where we grow. I mean, think about the caterpillar and the butterfly. It isn't easy to become a butterfly. I look at my flowers blooming and breaking out of the shells and casings that keep them kind of locked in until they blossom. That's not easy. So we no longer get to play this game of the government will lead us and we'll follow whatever they say. We don't get to do that anymore. What's happening is what's supposed to be happening. So while it's all great and wonderful that, there's a Native American, African American woman that's being considered for the vice presidency, I want to know what's going to keep us awake and keep us taking the actions for us to, 1, take care of ourselves, 2, continue to focus on our families like we are and building that and strengthening that. And then 3, how do we come together as a people called humanity and together make the shifts and changes we want to see on the planet? I said to you yesterday, you were built for this. So what I didn't get to say, because I had to run to a doctor's appointment that I was too early for by a week. But what I get to say is you were built for this. That's why you're here. So catch yourself if you hear yourself saying to yourself, oh, I can't do this, or I don't know what to do, and I can't, I'm not going to be able to do this. Cut it. Just cut it. You have been through the floods, you've been through the pissosity, you've been through the challenges, you've been through the difficulties, and you've come out on the other side. So you have the wisdom. So go within yourself and remember that. And if you don't remember it, most of us have good girlfriends that can say to you, girl, remember such and such, and you did this, 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 and this. I need you to find that inside of you. I need you to tap into that inside of you. And from there, you can propel yourself to whatever it is you need to step into right now. Everybody needs everybody's help. Okay? Everybody does. Between the stimulus package and the unemployment and the 600 went to 400. We all need everybody to be in it together to help each other and support each other. That's the way it's supposed to be. We had to get to this. If things had stayed the way they were, we would have been our own little worlds, taking care of our own little families, doing our own little things, and being okay with all our own little stuff. Now, everybody to some degree, because granted, some people, they're so far up they don't have to, but everybody to some degree is aware of more than they have been of other people. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what's supposed to be happening. So you already have the tools within you. So stop saying to yourself, oh God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Start saying to yourself, oh God, I'm going to figure it out. Stop saying to yourself, oh my God, I'm so afraid. You're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. You can be uncomfortable. Yes. I want us all uncomfortable, because when we're uncomfortable, we make changes. When we're uncomfortable, we'll take action. When we're just sitting back chilling, thinking life is fine and we've arrived, we're lazy and we're not awake and aware to the power we have, to the choices we can make, and the impact and influence that we have in our lives and on this planet and the world. We're pretty awake right now. And that's where I want you to remember and stay there. You have it within you. You have it right there within you. So stop that. Get in the habit of just saying, stop. To that internal conversation you have that minimizes how amazing you are, that tells you what you can't do, that tells you don't know how you're going to make it. Yeah, you can stop that conversation, because there's something in you that's greater. And what's supposed to be happening, that's what is happening. And you are equipped for this moment at this time. You are equipped. I'm reminding you, you are equipped. You've had your dark night of the souls if you've been here at least 40 years on this planet. You've had that. We're actually getting a breather if you think about it, because because racism is on Front Street, because the power of the colonizer is on Front Street, because the injustices is on Front Street, because the inequities in this systematic system that they've created is on Front Street. We're right where we're supposed to be. We are awake and we are aware. And I want you to stay there for your life, though. For you first, for your family first. Stay there for you. Keep digging in deeper. Keep having the conversations. I don't care if you get mad at each other. Go to the other side of the house, put some water on your face, say, I'm sorry, and keep working it out. Keep your family unit strong. I know you've got to make some tough decisions between the phone or food, and no one should have to make those decisions. Or between the lights on maybe in your house, or if you're outside. I know that. And we are holding spaces. We're making whatever resources available to support you in that process. You're not alone in that process. There are millions of people there with you. I want to say this is bigger than when I bought my house in 2007. I bought it right in the middle of the doggone real estate crash. And people up here were losing homes. People were trying to lock themselves to their real estate because everything hit so fast. They had 2 and 3 properties and they were losing it. This to me feels bigger than that as far as the impact on our consciousness and on our hearts. So everybody wants to be mad at Trump, but you know what? I am in some degrees thankful for that man, because his attitude about leading this country made us step up. It made us stop being asleep and just lying through life and thinking, oh, well, whatever the politicians do, they'll do it. It made us step up and say, wait a doggone minute. This is not the way our world is supposed to be. So while things may shift with a new president, what I want is a president who keeps us awake and aware so that we continue to make the decisions and the choices for ourselves first, for our families. And yes, it's tough. It's tougher than it's been before, because as we make choices for ourselves and for our families, then we'll make different choices for this world. We'll stand differently. We'll be willing to be more uncomfortable for the end result that we want, as opposed to just laying back so we can have our vacations and kick it and not have to worry and let someone else, dictate our lives and decide for us. You have it there within you. It's just the way it should be. If you hear someone saying that this just isn't the way life's supposed to be, based on what? Is life supposed to be all nice and easy and cozy and comfortable? Or is life supposed to be alive and vibrant? And you're living on purpose. And yeah, you're stumbling and things aren't perfect, but you're awake in your life. You're deep in those that you love. You're conscious in your moments. You're present. So if you died tomorrow, you could say, I lived an amazing life. I did what I wanted to do. I focused on what I wanted to focus on instead of being caught up in all the other stuff. Because some people are leaving the planet right now, they were supposed to leave now. It just so happens that there's a pandemic going on. And they're tossing everything in the pandemic. But it's all in divine order. And somewhere in there, we get to trust that. Somewhere in there, you got to trust that more than you trust anything else. You trust that breath. You trust gravity, that you don't fall off this planet. You got to trust that everything's unfolding just the way it is. And the resources you need will come when you affirm them coming to you with grace and ease. Cut all that worrying. Cut all those, oh my God, I don't know. And what's going to happen? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You are stronger than that. Your word that you speak can be stronger than that. Even if you're not 100%, just simply know that everything's going to unfold perfectly with grace and ease. I know the resources are coming to me easily and effortlessly. I know the prayers that I released, and don't you repeat that same prayer to God over and over and over again. God heard it the first time. I know my prayers have been released into the universe, so I go forth as the amazing presence that I am, looking for resources, opportunities where I can connect with others, where I can get resources with others, I can get help. Things pop up on my Facebook page. There's somebody in the community, they need help. I go to those pages every day to see how I can help. There's a woman who was homeless or something, has a baby and needed clothes. Let's send her some clothes. We are helping each other out more and more and more. And I really believe that's the way our world is supposed to be. So is it uncomfortable? Yes. Do many of you don't like it? Yes, but too bad. What we don't like is usually what makes us grow. What we don't like is usually what makes us stronger. What we don't like is usually what keeps us awake. And think about it. This was the plan. We can't go to the movies. We can't go to the theme parks. We can't go to the clubs. We can't go partying. Do you see all that outside distraction has been cut to nothing? Although the Rose Bowl does have a drive-in. The Paramount does have a drive-in. I found that out. So we've gone all the way back home. It was old school we had drive-ins. It was back in the 60s we had drive-ins. Maybe the 70s. I don't remember in high school, though. But we've gone all the way back there. But everything has been stripped for us to do what? Focus on ourselves. Focus on each other. To learn to love each other. To learn to care about each other. And to learn to think about each other. Don't get to go to the clubs no more and get drunk and hang out all night like you used to. Go bowling all day. Go to the movies all day and just get unconscious looking at movies and people fighting and killing. Go ride roller coasters all the day. No, it's been cut. We don't get to be unconscious. We get to be present and accountable for the life we're living, for the choices that we're making on a moment-to-moment basis. And you know what? Life doesn't get any better than that. And I know you think I just lost my mind, huh? I'm just telling you, somebody's got to tell you that stuff because you'd be like, I don't know, somebody's got to let you know that's really what's going on. It's truly all good. Like they say, it's all good in the neighborhood. It's great that they've chosen who they've chosen. And, we still have some work to do. I appreciate all these political possibilities, but we still have work to do. I need to know who gets in that office is going to do what needs to be done. And if they're not, then maybe they don't need to get in office right now. The person in there who's making us uncomfortable can stay in there and keep us uncomfortable for another 4 years. We can fill all the Senate and House seats, and we can get a new president in there 4 years from now who's younger, who has the people in the cabinet that can support him. And then we can take this puppy down to where it needs to be and rebuild something else more magnificent. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm tired of the political system. I'm tired of just putting people in there just to put them in there because of the way the system is. We are so strong and so powerful right now, we don't even know it. And we're strong and powerful right now because we're focusing on ourselves. And we're more focusing on who we are together as opposed to who we are apart. This pandemic has thrown us all in there together. Whoever had money, who didn't have money, who was broke, who was poor, whatever the reasons and the labels, we all in it together now. That's the bottom line. That for me is amazing. That for me is exciting. And I want us to stay there. I don't want something to come along and people go, whew, okay, now life can go back to the way it was. Go back to what? Who wants to go back to that? Living on automatic pilot, doing 1,000 things at a time, not connected to your family and friends, not being concerned about other people's lives? I don't. That's just my 2 cents. I don't. I want something more amazing. I want to leave something incredible here for the people and the generations that's coming behind us. I want us to have made some changes when it comes to the prison systems and to the racism and the lies that have been told in the storybooks and the history books of somebody else. I want us to leave something more amazing here for when we leave them something closer to the truth of what could be, of the possibilities that could be, versus is just same old, same old, same old. When I look at all them presidents we had all the times before, it was just doing the same old, same old, same old. And I know nobody can't stand Donald Trump, but I'm sorry, Mr. Trump made some things happen around here. He made us wake the heck up, if nothing else. And for that, I say thank you. Wake up, live your life, take responsibility for it. Know we're here and we're in it together. We have to be. We can't just let people be on the street. We just can't let people not have a place to live. We've got to put some money together to help people with their rent, to help people with their food. That's what we get to do for each other. And that's what makes America freaking great, is what we do with and for each other, more so than anything else. And this is the time now that we get to show that. We get to share that. We get to express it. I mean, everything is raining in some places, is earthquakes in other places. I talked to one of my coaches and she was in North Carolina. She said they had an earthquake. She didn't know what it was. I mean, so much is disrupting for us to wake up to the truth of the oneness that we are, the humanity that we are, to live for it. But more importantly, we've got to be willing to fight for it. Why do we want to be so lazy and just go back to the way things were? We've got to be willing to be uncomfortable and be uncomfortable together and fight for what we say we want. I thought about yesterday, I'm like, we are the people that make up this country. We do. Who do we think? We are the ones. So we're the ones that get to decide how this puppy's going to run. But if we don't speak up, if we don't stand up, if we go back and fall asleep, then they get to take over and do what they've been doing all this doggone time. So I said it. I know. Nobody wants Trump. But you know what? Trump brought some amazing things. He woke us up. He got us out of our sleep. He got us out of our slumber. He got us from walking around just thinking, oh, it's enough. Life is just going on vacations and having a great time. No, life is about growing, unfolding, evolving, and transforming this planet to the highest level of light and love that it can be. At least on my watch, that's what it's for. Okay, clearly I did my exercise this morning. Just some words of wisdom. Didn't mean to go that long. Have an incredible day. Make some wonderful things happen. Yes, 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 yes. It's so good to see you. Whew, Cat, it's hot in Palm Springs. I was going to go out there this weekend. I think I'll just kind of stay close to Pasadena. Anyway, take good care. You can find me at JanineMacklin.com. There's some audios on. I should go do some audios. You could down some audios for you to keep you motivated and inspired, because it's getting ready to get good now. Because it's not, it's August. We have September, October, November. We have an election in 3 months. In 3 months. Are we ready? Are we praying? Have we looked at who we need to put in the seats to help support us or to support whoever's going to be a president? We don't have time to be talking about I'm tired or, let go back to the way things they were. No, we have things that are, this is rolling. We got to keep it rolling. BLM is still rolling. We got to keep moving. But I'm going to go. Have a great day. Wonderful to see you. Take good care, everybody. The sound of my fountain, you can hear it. You love the water? Yeah, it comes on in the morning. It's on till about 10. And then that's what Kat's talking about. And then it goes off and then it comes back on. I have one in the front and the one in the back. So have wonderful days. Hi, Serena. How are you? Good to see you. Take good care. Wednesday. Okay, so far I'm going for 5 days. I'll be here Thursday. I'm going to say it now, so I have to keep my word to myself and to you. And I'll be here on Friday. Take good care. Love you. I guess I should be. Love you. Bye for now.